Hello everybody, this is the Benjinator and you're watching Let's Play SaGa Frontier. This is part 19 of Blue's Quest, and so, as you might notice, we are not Blue anymore. I actually went back and I purposely lost that battle against Rouge, and the exact same thing happens. He has the same existential crisis, but the sprite is no longer Blue, it's Rouge. And so from this point on, we will be referring to Blue as Blouge, since it's technically two of the same characters. But let me just show you what happened after this fusion between Blue and Rouge. There's actually some interesting things that occurred. So, if you look at the stats, we have all of our life points back. So remember when we got that Asura and we lost 3 life points, we went down to 3 life points. Well, that's been negated, so that's pretty awesome. But the one thing you will notice is that our WP, whatever we had of it, is gone. It's back to 0. Our strength and our quickness are the way that they were actually in the beginning of the game too. But look at those other stats. Look at that. It's 99 intel, 99 will, 99 psychic, plus 5, so that's even better. So basically, and also look at your JP is now 182. So your JP doubled. Basically your intel, your will, and your psychic went almost all the way up to maximum. So in terms of magical abilities, Rouge is a house. He's a power. He's a tank. He's and you'll see in battle pretty soon that even when you use something like Energy Chain, it does an obscene amount of damage. The drawback, of course, is that he now goes back to his initial equipment that he had at the beginning of the game, Blue/Rouge/whatever. But also, as you can see right here, same spells that he had in the beginning. However, now look at this. You got all of these nice little spells right here. You have all of the space magic. So you have Vapor Blast, Vanish, Reverse Gravity, which is pretty useful. Light and Dark Shift, which are not that useful, and Vortex, which I've used maybe once or twice. Yeah, for the most part, when it comes to I guess yeah, bleh. Space Magic, Reverse Gravity is the only one that I actually use. But now you also have Shadow, which is actually kind of cool. Most of these spells are not that useful. But Shadow Servant is pretty great, because what actually it does is it creates a double of yourself, and so you can essentially double cast for free, which is pretty cool. You have all the Arcane Magic. All this stuff I'll be investigating probably in one of my other quests, but Tower is actually pretty cool. It does a lot of damage. But now we have another one that's actually pretty neat too, and that is Life Magic. And so what this does is that you have 2 spells. Revival, which you've seen before, is essentially Life 2. Revive someone for free. But this one I actually really like a lot. This is Sacrifice. Uses 1 LP to restore everybody's HP. So that's pretty great. Something very cool as well. So anyway, so this is, I'm going to be, just a little bit, I'm going to be restoring all of the other spells that are necessary. Probably a lot of the ones that I had before on Blouge, but what I'm going to actually be doing this video is I'm going to be going into the Bio Research Lab and showing you some of the more powerful enemies, or the, I guess the top battle rank enemies that you can fight in this game. So we'll be doing that in just a sec. Alright, so here we are back in the Bio Research Lab. So I'm going to be showing you just some of the different types of really powerful enemies that you can fight in this game. So, as usual, you want to just talk to these scientists and they'll turn into different beasts. And so we're going to be fighting the plant type first of all, which is kind of cool. So yeah, this guy is actually pretty easy. And you'll see just how incredibly powerful Rouge is at this point. Just as something as basic as Energy Chain with all that JP. Oh yeah. And yeah, the Asura I might show you later on too, because that's kind of fun. Fortunately, this particular enemy is not that difficult. And yeah, just use the Splash Sword. Probably going to get a better sword for that guy pretty soon. But yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, see, that one was not too hard. Probably wasn't even worth showing. So I should mention at this point, it's actually kind of difficult to raise Blouge stats just by using, because your JP is not going to go up anymore. Your JP is pretty much locked, as well as your will and psychic and intel. So anyway, so now we're going to be fighting the undead ultimate creature, who is actually considerably more powerful, and this is the Dullahan. And his friend Butch too, but he's not as good. But yeah, this Dullahan does not mess around. So for this, just use a energy chain to show it off, but use some double slashes, because double slashes will actually do quite a bit of damage. And we'll try using Trick Shot. No guarantee that it's actually going to work, though, because, unfortunately, the Dullahan does have a pretty powerful shield. Oh, he didn't block that. That's kind of cool. Yeah, but there he goes. Blocks that attack. Attacks with Lance. Does a lot of damage. Ooh, Dr. Musicon's getting beaten up. Spoil does not work, thankfully. Double Slash does get through. And now look at Energy Chain with... Oh, he blocked that too. Wow. Yeah, the Dullahan does not mess around. So, let's try something a little bit more powerful. Let's use some reverse gravity on there. Maybe a Wheel Slash. It's okay, we can always restore it. Trick Shot once again. Let's for fun, let's use a double Gale Slash. We have plenty of use Element Dissolve. Why not? All right, so I made it through it once again. That's pretty impressive. Usually he blocks those shots, but oh yeah. And the Dullahan gets 2 attacks, by the way, which does make it a little bit more difficult. And Element Dissolve did absolutely nothing, so that was completely useless. Oh yeah, XL Shield and double Gale Slash. Oh yeah. Woohoo! Oh, blocked. So brutal. Hopefully reverse gravity will get there. There we go. Yeah, it's hard to block that, but yeah, he does... As you can see, Blouge does quite a bit of damage with any spell that he uses. So let's put this to rest. Time Eclipse, one of the best spells in the game. Woohoo! Yeah, the Dullahan is, I would argue, one of the more difficult enemies, just because he blocks so much. See, he blocks this shot right there. He actually managed to get through with that attack, which is impressive. Oh, almost attacked him. Oh, blocked. Ooh. Come on, you can do it. We can get through his defenses. But Time Eclipse should take care of this guy. Oh yeah, and that's one of the reasons why it's such a great spell. It's just because it automatically petrifies people. Yeah, so his HP does go up sometimes, but my advice is that when you're at this point in the game and you go out and grind your levels some more, which I highly recommend you do, you want to use punches if you want to get that HP up. That's really the trick to that. Oh yeah, Blouge walking around. He's got better hair. And so there's another enemy in here I just want to show you. And so these are the ultimate, I guess, demon types or gargoyle types. I'm not sure what the type is, but yeah, look at that guy. Alright, so he's got a bunch of friends this time. Might as well use a Mega Wind Blast just to take care of him. Alright, so... Or Reverse Gravity. That's a little bit cheaper. That works. So, as usual, we'll just use our standard techniques. I might as well, yeah, double slash with him. Why not? And let's use a Titus Wave. Actually, we haven't used one of those in a while. Yeah, the Xiphon. These guys are pretty powerful. Oh yeah, look at that deflect. I'm not sure if we've actually gotten deflect for Rufus yet. I hope we do, because deflect is pretty darn awesome. Oh yeah, but look at that. Oh, I forgot to equip Rouge with his armor. Oh, Hard Slash. You don't want to use Hard Slash. It's not that useful. Oh, but this is gonna hurt. This is gonna do some major damage. Titus Wave. And that. And everybody's dead. At least I think so. Yep. Woohoo! That is awesome. Yep. Everybody's looking good. Looking good indeed. Alright, so after, now what I'm gonna do is actually put Rouge's equipment on, and I'll be right back. Alright, so we're all set there. So now there's another enemy I wanted to show you. And that is this guy, the ultimate boar type. And I believe that this is the Chimera. Could be wrong. I think that's the Chimera. Yeah, it's Chimera right there. And this guy actually isn't that hard. He's at least compared to somebody like the the Dullahan, the Chimera is actually considerably easier. He does have some gas flame attacks, which are a little bit annoying. One thing you want to keep in mind is if you have all Suzaku's attached to your Mystic Boots, glove, and sword, don't ever try to absorb anything else, because it's just simply not worth it. At that point, Phantasm Shot or any kind of like sword attack is probably the way to go, because it'll do enough damage. And look at that, poison. Oh yeah, and he tries it. He tries it, but he fails. Yeah, so this guy is pretty easy, and Energy Chain's gonna do, yeah, a decent amount of damage right there. So, hooray, 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 hooray. So yeah, as you can see, it's getting a lot harder to get Rouge to boost his stats, but like I said, if you want to boost his HP, just punch with him. That's the best way to do it, is because that'll raise his quickness, his HP, and you definitely want to raise his quickness for later reasons. Anyway, I'm going to go just bumping around this place a little bit more to show you some more enemies, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so now we're heading into the lower depths of the of the Bio-Research Lab, and so here is another enemy to fight. It's the ultimate slime enemy, and I believe this one is Ice Folk, which is, who's a little bit tricky. He's not too hard, but, he is surrounded by an ice barrier, so that basically means that, you can't attack with any kind of direct physical attack. So if you're using these two, you want to use either Wheel Slash or Swallow Swing or something like that. Shooting should be fine though. Meiling should not have any trouble whatsoever. Use Bear Crush, see what happens, and Phantasm Shot. This guy is not too tricky, and hopefully 2 shots will kill him. Oh, Phantasm Shot. Yeah, Nusakon, he's really quick. So yeah, there we go. Fairly easy. Like I said, these enemies are not too difficult. Oh yeah, get the quickness going up, that's pretty good. And the HP, it does happen every once in a while. So, that's pretty cool. Anyway, let's continue going down. I just want to show you guys a couple more enemies. As you can see, these guys really are not that difficult at this point. You have some great techniques. You got Blouge at his almost maximum power, so that's really cool. So if you head over to here, you'll actually find a couple more enemies to fight. This guy, I believe, is the ultimate... Yeah, oh, never mind. Okay, so, we've already fought the Chimera, but that guy over there, he is the ultimate, bug type, which is actually pretty cool. So that's, so we're gonna be taking both these guys on at the same time. I had messed up for a second because I thought that the sprite on screen was actually gonna be a roly-poly caterpillar, which signifies bug types, but, it was actually a, different guy. Alright, Grim Reaper time! Woohoo! Oh, that was easy. Yeah, so you're not really getting to see much of the firepower of these enemies just simply because they're so easy at this point. But the next battle, you might actually be able to see some action there, which is kind of cool. So this is just to give you an idea of who the most powerful enemies you are going to be fighting. Body with red blood. Yeah, so this is going to be the famous Suzaku. This is the enemy that you want to try to absorb, I should say, as best as you possibly can. With any type of mystic you got, sword, glove, feet, just absorb 3 Suzakus and you'll be in good shape. Alright, so let's give this guy half a chance to fight. Use some double slash, probably going to incur some damage, but why not? Just too bad we don't have haste to wheel. We got that in the other video, but we weren't able to transfer it over. Double shot from Meiling, always powerful. And here we go. Attack with a magical horse. Alright, now we're going to see some counterattack by him. Yeah, so it's pretty powerful. And of course, the fire barrier is going to trickle back. Not a good thing, but Wheel Slash, and he's dead. So we got to see one attack by the Suzaku. Isn't that fantastic? Alright, HP's going up. Yay! Yeah, so this is always this is what I typically will do when I'm trying to boost my my abilities on any creature. So there is one more enemy I would like to show you before putting this video to a close. So I will be back with you in just a second. Oh, here we go. My apologies. That the sickle bug was not the ultimate reptile type. This is the ultimate reptile type right here, and that is the Zero Worm, I believe. Yes, the Zero Worm. So we'll just take this guy out, and if he does anything particularly special, you'll say. I don't think he'll get the chance to, but there's always that. There's always hope. There's always hope. Yep, there we are. And so yeah, Skizzers blocked. Yeah, we're just so damn good at this point. But even though we're doing a pretty easy number on these enemies, remember that the bosses in this game are the ones that are really important. They're the ones that are always a little bit tricky. And there we go. Reverse gravity with maximum willpower? I don't think so. There's really not that much that can get beyond that, so. It's good to be Blouge. Blouge is probably my second favorite character to use. There's another one, Acelis, who's actually a main character that is almost broken. She's so ridiculous. So, anyway, you want to just go into this little tower, ignore this guy, and you want to talk to the nice lady over here. Kiss of Immortality. So this is going to be the ultimate fairy type enemy. And this one actually isn't that hard. That is the Siren, yes. Siren's got kind of a crazy outfit going on. So that's kind of cool. So you just want to use some energy chain and some double slash and some lethal gun and some double slash and some splash sword. I don't know where I picked up the splash sword from. Wasn't even really paying attention, but apparently at some point I got it. So yeah, you just attack it, basic attacks, and there you go. So as you can see, when you have the most some of the most powerful equipment, and you got some of the most powerful, when you boosted yourself up enough, a lot of these enemies are really not that difficult. So, et voila. All right. Anyway, so that's basically the most powerful enemies that you can fight, essentially, as far as battle ranks go. There are, of course, some other opportunities. There's some ultimate mech types, which you'll be seeing later on in other quests and so forth, but you basically got the gist of it. So anyway, I just want to show you guys some of the more powerful enemies that you can fight. And in the next video, we will actually be trying to take on a mini-boss for the sake of getting a really nice shield. So, this has been the Benchinator. You're watching Let's Play SaGa Frontier Blues Quest, and I'll be seeing you guys next time.